It's day 6 of the Orient, traveling all around Asia and tasting strange new flavors of Lay's. And right here we have Texas grilled barbecue flavor. These are from China. Now, for the last week, if you've been following this, we started out in the Philippines. That was the only brand that was not Lay's, and then went to Thailand, Taiwan, Japan, Thailand and Laos, and India, and now we're hitting China. Uh, this is this is the largest amount of Lay's different flavors that I've ever tried in my life. So if you like videos like these, be sure to subscribe because there's more to come. Now, I find it interesting that these are specifically Texas grilled barbecue flavor. Texas, to me, is a very special place when it comes to barbecue. I spent a good several decades down there in Texas. And one of the things that I dearly miss is the barbecue. There's no such thing as California barbecue. Now, I've tried St. Louis style and, of course, North Carolina style barbecue. I think what's ironic is that in St. Louis, they prefer Memphis style barbecue, I believe, or North Carolina, something from the East Coast. When you're in St. Louis barbecue is more difficult to find than Memphis or North Carolina style. Now, with Texas barbecue, my love for that started, oh God, back in the 90s. There was a tiny mom and pop barbecue smoker in Bryan, Texas, which was called Fargo's Pit Barbecue. It was literally a drafty shack inside of a car junkyard. I think it had one table and two chairs. And the most wonderful barbecue that I had ever tasted in my life. And apparently other people agreed because Fargo's Pit Barbecue grew and grew. They turned into a large sit down restaurant in Bryan, Texas. And then they actually won first place in Texas Barbecue Monthly for the best barbecue in the state of Texas. And when moving back to California, guess where I ate for the last time with my family in Texas? Fargo's Pit Barbecue. We had a feast. Now, I barbecue myself. I have a smoker. I'm currently using manzanita wood from Northern California. It was harvested off of a lot where there are new homes being developed. I bought that through a friend that I met in somewhere up in Northern California, and he harvested it himself. Manzanita wood is rather expensive unless you have a lot with a whole bunch of it on it where you're able to harvest it. In Texas, I normally used hickory or oak, and in the Houston area in particular, one of the most common smoking woods that they will use is oak, and specifically post oak. So I know a bit about barbecue, and I'm going to give you my opinion on these right here. Here's the label. As you can see, they are from mainland China, from PepsiCo, Shanghai. And let's take a look at the ingredients here. Okay, potato, singular, Asian style without the S. Vegetable oil, Texas grilled barbecue seasoning. Okay, now that would be something to be able to get a bottle of Lay's brand Texas grilled barbecue seasoning. You hear me, Lay's? I would buy that. It does exist in these chips. Okay, and then that seasoning consists of artificial flavoring, citric acid, also known as vitamin C, capsanthin. Okay, now that's interesting. That says capsanthin, not capsaicin. Okay, which would cause the heat in a chili pepper. That's actually the color itself of red, if I'm not mistaken. So this has natural pepper-derived food coloring. And then, of course, disodium 5 ribonucleotides and aspartame, an artificial sweetener. So let's open these bad boys up and see what they taste like. Lay's Texas barbecue from China. Okay, I'm getting almost nothing on the nose. Here's what's in the bag. For the most part, these appear to have made it intact from China to California. And let's go ahead and see what they taste like. Now, this one here was broken from a rather large chip, but basically looks like a potato chip. Let's see what this tastes like. I'm getting something on the nose that I can't identify. All right, here we go. Okay, now with barbecue chips, back in the 1970s, I remember grocery shopping with our parents, and I remember the Lay's flavors then were just standard Lay's, and at some point, there were barbecue. Barbecue potato chips are the first potato chips I ever tasted in my life as a kid that were not plain potato chips. And I fell in love with them. I still love barbecue chips. These don't have anywhere near as powerful of a flavor as what I would expect from a barbecue flavored potato chip. So here's another one. It's got some nice folding going on there, which will give it a good texture and crunch. Hmm. It looks like this streak of giving 10/10s to Asian Lay's potato chips is over because I can't give these a 10. You know, I like the picture there of what looks like some sliced smoked brisket with a little bit of rosemary on top. I'm getting good oil. But as far as these being Texas barbecue flavored, no. They're using the word Texas for marketing only. There is nothing about these whatsoever which would distinguish them as being Texas style anything. I'm not getting very much smoke flavor at all. Uh, a Texas barbecue classic is just smoked sliced brisket. We're talking slow smoked since the previous day, low and slow, and cooked only by the smoke. So I'm not getting very much smoke from these. Therefore, I would have to conclude that these do not taste like Texas barbecue. Hmm. Okay, well, it's interesting to have tried. I would not purchase these again. I do get a little tiny bit of rosemary, which is only one ingredient of a barbecue seasoning. So these are kind of 2D, um, and I would say that as far as these, I'm mopped. I'm pretty much done with those. So if you're interested in these and thinking that you're going to get a taste of Texas, I would have to say no. And that is just based on experience, which includes decades of tasting barbecue across the United States, especially in Texas itself, and being a Texas style barbecue smoker myself. So I'm going to rate these as I'm going to rate them as a 5 out of 10. Um, I'm not going to go below a 5 because there's nothing wrong with them. But I can't go higher than that because they don't deliver on the name. And I'm glad to have tried them. So if you like videos like this, be sure to subscribe because I like doing them and there are more to come. Okay? So until next time, enjoy your snack food tastings and peace out from San Francisco.